Barakatah Yahweh, who they ignorantly call God. Barakatah Yahweh Shai, who they ignorantly call Jesus Christ. And when you look at the lake of fire in Revelations, it's some key things that you got to recognize. And we're going to match that up with another scripture to give you perspective on it and understanding on it. So when you go to chapter 20 of Revelation, it says that chapter 20 verse 9 is saying, they went up on the breadth of the earth and compassed the camp of the saints, that's the Israelites, about and the beloved city. So the Israelites is a city and they are beloved. So when they are surrounded, this is what's going to happen. It says, and the beloved city, and fire came down from God out of heaven and devoured them. And the devil that deceived them was cast into the lake of fire of brimstone. So that fire was not some figuratively fire. That fire came down from heaven, from God out of heaven. But notice what Revelation 13 say, because see, this gives you the understanding. Once you understand what Revelation 13 is talking about and who is talking about, then you can understand Babylon, because Babylon, the great city, and the two-horned beast is the same. They are the United States of America being controlled by Britain. Now, when you go to Revelation 13, and it says the two-horned lamb in verse 11, then when you get to verse 13, it says, and he doeth great wonders, so that he make fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. He made fire come down from heaven on the earth. And so how did America, who is Babylon and the two-horn, acting like a lamb and speaking like a dragon, how did America make fire come down from heaven? They dropped a nuclear bomb. So the same thing when you get to chapter 20 and you're talking about Babylon the Great, this great city, when they surround the Israelites, it's saying God is going to make fire come down from him out of heaven the same way. That's what the lake of fire is. And so when it say the devil will be cast into the lake of fire, where the beast, that's the America, and the false prophet are. So these dragons as a whole, the 10 kings, and that's ruling over all of the other kings of the earth, they all will be thrown into the lake of fire, meaning nuclear bombs will come and destroy these individuals. And you can see when the nuclear bomb drop, it looks just like a lake. But this is not a lake that you can park a boat by. This is a lake of fire. You see, that's what John the Revelator seen. He seen a literal lake of fire. But, you know, these people want to switch it up. Now, the Jehovah Wickedness, they will tell you that this two-horned beast is America. Now, let's quote them to let you see how the Edomites know who this two-horned beast is, who made fire come out of the sky in 1945 when they dropped them bombs on the first nuclear bomb or atomic bomb in Nagasaki and Hiroshima. In Jehovah Wickedness book, when they break down Revelation, they say, who could this horn be? It said the Anglo-American world power. that has it says it's the same as the seventh head of the first wild beast, but in a special role. It says, isolating it in a vision, the wild beasts help us to see more clearly how it acts independently on the world stage. This figurative two-horned beast is made up of two world powers, the Americans, and that's controlled by the British. That's the dual world power. And so these individuals understand that America is the one that is orchestrating everything. And so when you look at chapter 13 of Revelation, it says that that this America made fire come down from the sky. We know that was a nuclear bomb. So when God said he gonna make fire come down from the sky, that also would be a nuclear bomb. Because when you go to Isaiah 54, let's see, let's read that. When it talks about no weapon that's formed against me shall prosper. But you go to Isaiah 54 verse 16, it say, I have created the smith that blow the coals in the fire. See? He created the smith that's creating this fire, this nuclear bomb, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy. So he letting you know, I have created this bomb bringing the fire. Because God sees everything and he tells you what's going to happen before it happens. He tells you in Isaiah 46:10, declaring the end from the beginning, declaring the end from the beginning. From the beginning, way back in Isaiah's time, he told you that he was going to create a bomb. He was going to create an instrument of fire that was made to or created to destroy. An instrument of fire created to destroy. So when you go into Revelation, you clearly see that it's talking about America dropping the bomb on making fire come from the sky as a nuclear bomb, and it's creating a lake of fire. And Babylon the Great, who also is America, controlling all the kings of the earth. When you go to Revelation 17:18 and say that this Babylon the Great reigned over the kings of the earth. Then when you go back to Revelation 13, it say that this America put people in captivity. Slavery, America did that. And so when you jump back to Revelation, it talks about the Babylon the Great. In 1813, it says that this Babylon the Great had merchandise of slaves. Merchandise of slaves. So the two-horned beast led people into captivity and going to have to go into captivity. And Babylon the Great got merchandise of slaves. That means they have people in captivity. Same thing. And that lake of fire is the nuclear bomb that God is going to cause these other nations to throw at America. And that's how the fire is going to come down from the sky and create the lake of fire. But I'm going to leave it there. All praise to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah Ba'Shem Rekakadash. Double honor to the elders pushing the truth. Peace to the elect worldwide. The kingdom is at hand. Shalom.